Okay, so let's continue on. We've opened up with Nukitsuke, we've done Nukitsuke, we've just gone into the 40 Kobori, and now we're moving into the Kirioroshi. So I'm just going to move to this position here. Okay, and again, the position of the Kirioroshi here is where we have the hand, they're above the head, with the right hand higher than the left. Okay? The right hand is always higher than the left. So the left hand in this position, because the left hand has the lower position on the sword, it's ahead of the right hand in relation to the enemy, the teki. Okay? So keep that in mind. As we start the Kirioroshi attack, the first point is going to be that we're going to move the sword outward and forward, it's starting to head downward as well because the attack is going over the top and down. So we've got a slight diagonal where it looks like this, okay? And if you look at the sword, the left hand is ahead, right, at this point here as it starts. So what has to happen is the right hand has to catch up and go over the top, okay? So point number one, from here, hands move diagonally heading forward. Point number two, we're closing and starting to tighten up the grip. Point number three, the right hand is accelerating to try and get past the left hand. At this point, we're at a 10 to 12 inches in front of the head with the sword approximately on a vertical line upward. Okay? Point number four, we're going to push forward, and this is where the wrist is coming into play here. We're going to push forward. Okay? Point number five, we're going to continue moving the hands downward as the sword extends outward. Point number six, when the right hand gets below the shoulder line here, we'll see that the kansen, or the business part, or the cutting part of the sword, is out extended over the teki. Okay? That's point number six. Point number seven, as we press down, we're pressing down with the wrist, and we're pushing, and then we're going to crescent inward, point number eight, to finalize the cut. Point number nine is a finish point. We're going to be about a fist away from the body, with the right hand slightly lower, the tip slightly lower than the left hand. Okay? And once again, from this position, we have one, we're moving the hands forward. Two, tightening up the grip. Three, we're starting to accelerate the right hand to move ahead of the left hand. Four, continuing to press as the hands move outward and arms extend straight. Okay? Five, we're moving into the attack position. Six, we're at attack position, and that was done by the wrist. At the attack position, the right hand will be slightly below the shoulder. Okay? Seven, we're pressing down using the heels of the hand. And eight, we're continuing the crescent motion. This motion of the hand is a natural crescent action. Okay? There's no flat edges to it. It doesn't go out and come back straight. It's a constant circular action down to the tanden. Okay? So there's 9 points, counting the reference points at the bottom. And the reference points at the bottom, approximately fist away, right hand slightly lower than left, tip of the sword slightly lower than that. Okay? Think about the kansen, or the outer part of the sword, being level with the floor. And this will be a final finishing point. Okay, of course the heels are squeezed inward and pressing on the tsuka. This started from the very beginning, and it moves out and out. The gripping during the first couple of points is not a real tight grip. When we get ready to hit here, before we impact, is where we're going to tighten down on the grip with its full extension of tightening, squeezing inward, and then pressing down and continuing. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple of just light speed ones just to show you. Okay, so again, one more time we'll go through the points. 1, left hand in position in front, right hand above it. Okay, the hands are moving forward. 2, the grip is tightening up slightly. 3, the right hand is accelerating to move past the left hand. 4, we're pushing forwards and straight with the wrist of the right hand. 5, extending out into the cut. Okay, and that's all done with the hands moving forward, outward and down, and the wrist pressing. Number 6 is a reference point below the shoulder. We should be about ready to attack as we got the hand below the shoulder. Pressing down, 7, and pulling back inward while continuing at the bottom of the crescent is 8. Fist away from the body, 9. Hands level. Tip of the sword slightly below the hands or consent slightly below and level.